What is going on, everyone? Today is Monday, April 30th, 2018. Very last day of April 2018. So there's a few things I want to talk about, but just to sum up, I guess let's just sum up April really quick. Back in March, a lot of people were saying April was going to be the big month. Back in February, a lot of people were saying March is going to be the big month, and so on and so forth. But to be honest, actually, April was a pretty good month, obviously. On April 12th is when we really began the uptrend that we've been on for about 3 weeks almost now. Starting at 117, going all the way up to currently where we're at about 150. We did touch on like 166, I believe, yeah. But really, overall, April was a pretty positive month in terms of sentiment, in terms of price action. I know a lot of alts, as everyone is aware, especially things like EOS and Cardano are doing pretty well. Those two specifically because they did overtake Litecoin temporarily in market cap, so I do want to talk about them as well a little bit in this video. If we just look at Litecoin, and really Bitcoin too, because they essentially have the same exact pattern here, I personally am anticipating either a breakout or a breakdown. That's usually what happens when we have this tight trading here. So we've essentially been between 145 and 155. Other than those 2 days on April 24th and 25th, it's essentially been in a $10 range for Litecoin. So yeah, 145, 155 for beginning on April 20th to today, about a week and a half. So that's a pretty long time to just trade in a very short window there. We saw it pretty much the same in March, from March 8th to March 13th, give or take. And what ended up happening was, we said we wouldn't trade sideways forever, and we didn't. We ended up breaking down, tried to test the lows of that same small trading area to try and break up above that, and we did not. And again, that's when we ended up breaking down to about 108. We can find examples of this pretty much, especially everywhere on this chart, when we did trade from March 30th all the way to April 12th, so about 2 weeks. We were really trading in a very small channel. Again, aside for those 2 days where we broke up from about 120 to 135. Other than that, it was really between 110 and 120 again. So really a very similar pattern. Kind of trade within a $10 range, then have a small breakout and return to it, similar to what we're seeing here. And then what we ended up happening was a breakout. So it went from about 120 all the way up to about 155, and we're kind of trading in this channel now. So yeah, definitely what I'm anticipating now is just either a breakout or a breakdown. I want to go through both scenarios because both of them could end up being positive, especially, well, obviously long term, in my opinion, it'll all be fine regardless. But if we look short term, if we would break down, I don't think it would be bad at all. I think it would be pretty healthy if we would touch somewhere in this triangle before testing it and trying to break out again. But the fact we've been hugging the top of this triangle for so long, just gives me reassurance that we could potentially break out, especially considering what we've been seeing with altcoins, with all the money flowing into altcoins, and really Litecoin really not making any moves over the past week and a half, 2 weeks now. And so that's what I want to talk about more in this video as well. So yeah, on the downside, wouldn't be bad if we came down here more in the triangle, touched somewhere, and then ended up bouncing back. Or, it's possible that we just could go up from here. Regarding altcoins, usually it goes in cycles, especially what was happening back in October, November, December, and the beginning of January 2018. Pretty much like every other day, it would be a different altcoin that was really doing extremely well, maybe like 10, 15, 20, 25% gains in 24 hours. So it was almost like each altcoin was taking its turn every day and having a run up. And that could just be traders, taking advantage of the positions in the market and everything like that as well. But what we saw was a lot of upside for every coin back a few months ago. And so pretty much if you were holding any of them, you were winning. You couldn't really lose depending on which coin you picked. Every coin was doing really well. And so really over the past week and a half, we've seen many coins do that. And the reason people are frustrated with Litecoin is because Litecoin has not done that. And it still reflects here in the chart. We have Cardano actually above Litecoin now. And EOS above Litecoin as well, actually doubled Litecoin's market cap, essentially 8 billion compared to 15 billion. That's pretty remarkable. But then again too, we do have some like retracements. We see EOS down about 11%. I think it was about like $21 or $22 yesterday, so it's down about $3 or $4. Cardano as well, retracing a little bit, almost down 5%. We have Tron actually still gaining some, up 12% in the last 24 hours. But so actually the big three kind of are just staying even. We have Bitcoin down 0.3%, Ethereum down 0.4%, and Litecoin down 0.5%. And the rest of these either down like 2%, 11%, 3%, 2%. When I say big three, I mean really the ones listed on Coinbase, so Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin. Bitcoin Cash as well, obviously. But the fact the market is still really holding pretty well around 430 billion US dollars, I think that's good. And it really, you know, the Litecoin chart of it staying in that small channel for about a week and a half is also kind of just reflected in the global market cap as well. We've kind of really just been in this channel for a few days now. Beginning really on April 27th, just been bouncing between about 430, 440 US dollars. And if we just look, if we zoom out as well, you can see volume really coming back into the market. Sorry, it's hard to do it on this. The little black lines at the bottom here that my mouse is currently on, you know, you can see the volume just increasing overall. If we go to the 24-hour volume on the global market, global chart, you can actually see, you know, volume really has been going up. And so that's a good sign, what we want to see before we continue an uptrend. And so that's what we're seeing. So I'm optimistic in that sense. Again, if you ask the question, like, when is Litecoin going to break out? As we already have seen, a lot of altcoins actually do really well and have really good days. I think EOS was up like over 20%. Cardano was the other day as well. So a lot of these top coins are doing really well, and Litecoin has not yet really made a significant move. But the thing is, I am anticipating it, of course. I think the longer that we trade in this scenario, in this very tight $10 range right here, I think the better chance that whenever the break does happen, it's going to be more significant, whether it is up or down. So, and to end that, I think really tomorrow being May 1st could end up being perfect timing. It would, you know, it's the beginning of a new month. We've been in this small little $10 channel for about a week and a half now. And so really, we're just waiting for it to make a move. Same thing with Bitcoin here. Bitcoin's extremely important as well, obviously. It does usually lead the market. Another thing I did want to say, though, is that as time goes on, Bitcoin dominance has been decreasing overall. And I think that's a trend that'll probably continue forever. And so I guess the main question I want to ask, and if you could comment or reply or your opinion in the comments, in 2 to 3 to 4 years from now, do you think that Bitcoin will be used the way that it's intended, really? Meaning with the Lightning Network, with payments and everything like that, do you still think it'll be the mammoth that it is currently in cryptocurrency, or do you believe that altcoins in general are going to take up most of the market dominance? And if we see historically, you know, this is the overall dominance of Bitcoin going back to 2013. You can see this orange line right here represents Bitcoin's dominance. And, you know, if you really just zoom out, you can really see kind of the trajectory we're heading. Peaked out around about 85%, took a huge dip to 40%, 39 even. Bounced back up, was not able to get anywhere near 85%. Took another dip down to 30%, bounced back up, not even near this 65%, went to 45%, and currently we're sitting at 36.9%. So, you know, just looking at this objectively, it looks like this trend is going to continue, that Bitcoin dominance is going to continue to decrease. Whether or not a different cryptocurrency will end up ever taking the top spot, I think that has yet to be seen. I don't think it's worth ruling it out. But definitely, as more and more people get into cryptocurrency and hear about cryptocurrencies other than Bitcoin, because people know about Bitcoin more so than they know of the term cryptocurrency. So more people are aware of just the coin Bitcoin more so than the overall field really of cryptocurrency. So I think that says a lot about people's awareness, especially concerning even these other top 10 coins: Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, XRP, Dash, Neem, Monero, IOTA, Neo. Many of these people, most people in the world don't even know these exist. Many people in the world don't even know there's other coins besides Bitcoin. So I just want to know your opinion. What do you think? Where do you think we're headed? Do you think we're headed into a world a few years from now where Bitcoin is not the king? Do you think Bitcoin will always be the king? Wondering how many Bitcoin maximalists are in the comments, if there are any. But yeah, I would love to hear your opinion. I hope everyone has a great start to the week. Thanks for coming by. Thanks for watching, liking, and subscribing. And I hope everyone has a good start to the week.